Hello and welcome back to the A Word and Me. My name is Elana and today's video is all about friendships. This is probably one of the most scary things people find about uni. It certainly was for me. Am I gonna make friends? And it was a problem I kind of had all year was I reached rock bottom at one point and I was like, I have no friends, I'm so lonely, why am I here? But that wasn't completely true. Those thoughts, in reality that wasn't the case. But yeah, those are the kind of thoughts I had. So today's video is all about friendships, making friends, what to do if you're kind of feeling lonely, and some general advice from a second year. That sounds so weird to say to first years. This is at any point during the year, kind of specifically if it is kind of past first term or towards the later bit of first term and you are feeling really lonely, because I feel like there's so much support at the beginning and then you kind of lose it in the middle and it's like, what do? I feel like everyone's established friendship groups, I'm really lonely, what to do? And in the actual case a lot of people are in the same boat to you, but it just doesn't seem to have enough support. So the first thing that I would recommend is joining or attending a USU liberation group. This is if you're at the University of York. There you'll find people who are really similar to you in different ways, depending on what liberation group you're going to join. You get to have socials and socialise with people. You can campaign on specific issues that you all care about, and you can kind of get advice from people who are older than you and who probably have been through similar things, as was my case in the DSN. The second thing is to join societies. For me that was kind of one of my big things of I'm going to make friends and I'm going to do that by joining societies. And I had it for a while that I had a different society or an activity to do every day of the week from Monday to Friday, so that if I was feeling lonely or down there was something I could go and do. So go and look at the society list and thinking, where could I go to? And be optimistic about what you might want to go to. Email them all. They might not email back. You don't have to go to them all even if you've emailed them, but they're there for you to find people. And if you go to a society and you're honestly I don't really know any of these people, I don't really like them, that's okay, don't go back. Or if you're unsure, friendships don't happen like that, they take time to build, and so put the effort into that society to make friends. The third thing is a bit more daring, but is to move accommodation. For me, I felt like I wasn't able to make new friends when I was in my old flat because I was just feeling so down when I was there. It kind of affected my whole mindset, and by moving flats I was with a new group of people. It felt like a fresh start, so I was kind of able to put more effort into building those relationships, because people in the flat weren't really listening to that fact that I was lonely. They were like, but you have friends all around you. And when I had a new flat I didn't have that, so I kind of felt I was able to go and make friends, if that makes sense. Then for the third and final section of my video, I want to talk all about some general advice. The first kind of key thing is that people are all on different journeys with their friendships, and just because someone kind of has found their group really early on doesn't mean that you're not a good person, that people won't like you. It means that you're just on a different journey to them and a different path, and people make friends at such different paces that it's completely okay to be in the middle of the year and feel like you don't have many friends. And that is actually incredibly common. Through speaking to people, I realised that a lot of people didn't hang out with the people that they hung out with in freshers, and that was on a lot of advice things, but something I kind of didn't realise, because I think you get put into this little kind of bubble where everyone's posting photos, oh look at these people, I love these people, about people they're living with, and so you kind of feel obliged to do that and have those same feelings, and you kind of become obsessed with them. I call it the Love Island effect. When people are in Love Island they say that they do really like each other and they get on and their feelings are genuine because they're in this little bubble, but once you're free of the bubble they realise, do I actually really like these people? And I think it's the same when you go to uni. You spend especially with your flatmates, you spend loads of time with them in freshers, and generally in the first term you do as well. And then kind of post freshers, Christmas time, you're not with them, and suddenly you're like, on reflection, I feel really lonely. I don't really actually like these people, or these aren't my kind of people. I want new friends. And I think that's absolutely normal to feel, and is really, really common. And I wish it was something that was more promoted and had a lot more awareness about, that that's very normal. Friendships take time to develop. People, you probably think about your best friend in life. I bet you didn't meet them and suddenly you were best friend. You know, that friendship took time to develop. And it's the same at university. You're not going to make your best friend for life in 2 weeks. You might, but the chances are you're not. And it kind of comes a very superficial friendship because you're lonely, you're kind of glued to them because you're in this bubble, and when you take a step back you're like, maybe not. I'm making it sound like I'm being really savage here. I'm just saying, like, it's okay to not be best friends with the first people you meet. Another thing is housing. There is a lot of pressure to find houses really early on, and there's kind of taught like all that good houses will go. That is really, really not true. Housing isn't something that you have to worry about. For York, we have this thing called Find a Housemate, where you can live with other people if you're just like on your own. That's how I found the people who I'm living with next year, and then Sarah's living with us as well. You can live on campus. Again, that was something I was going to do. That was something that's perfectly normal and acceptable to do. A lot of people prefer that for various reasons, and it was something I was really strongly considering because of a lot of the benefits that living on campus has. So don't worry about that. Like, for me, I was going to be living with these people that I was like, but I feel so lonely and bad now. It's not going to go away. If I live with them next year, I'm just going to continue having these feelings. And whilst it was a really awkward conversation to have, like, I don't want to live with you guys anymore, it was something that in the long run did me like a lot of good. The next thing is, it's okay to not get on with your flatmates. It will probably appear that everyone gets on with theirs. It's really, really okay to not get on with them and to have other friends. As time develops, people will just kind of start hanging out with other people. There will be groups in flats that like get on and will live with each other next year, but a lot of people over time will start hanging out with other people and that's completely normal, so don't worry about that. The other thing is, talk to second and third years and PhD students and master's students, people who've been through this experience before, and they'll tell you what kind of happened for people they knew, and you'll realise what you're experiencing and feeling is very normal. I certainly found that because I thought I was just abnormal. I was never going to find any friends for a while. You know, this was so rare, but it's actually incredibly common. Put effort into it. You can't just sit there and expect friendship to come to you. You have to put in effort. You have to go out there and make friends and talk to people, and then the friendships will happen and develop, because everyone is capable of having lots of friends. Everyone is worthy of love and friendship, and so it's not because you're bad people you don't have friends. That's not true at all. Please don't think that, and don't be nervous about making friends. You know, I'm not exactly the most easy person to get on with, and I have friends at uni. I don't have hundreds of friends. I've got my couple of really close friends and people I can meet up with, and you know, that's okay. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you find it valuable and helpful, and like, if you are struggling and you've already seen this video, that you find yourself able to come back and watch it and learn kind of more when you've actually been through the experiences. And also, please do message me for any advice. I'd be like happy to do that as well and give that out and help everyone. So yeah, I hope you are enjoying your week. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.